Welcome back everybody to the channel. It's me, Alejandro Mendoza, or the Nerd Chicano. Either way how you say it, it's all good here. And we're back again for another video as we look at another film in my collection. And today I'm really excited for this video because this is one of my favorite movies of all time, made by one of my favorite directors of all time, and who I believe to be the greatest living director right now. I'm talking about the Criterion Collection's release of Raging Bull on 4K Ultra HD. Of course, I hope everybody enjoyed the last couple of videos. I'm starting to get back into the swing of things. Next week we're going to start going back to our sets and extra review on Friday type of schedule, but for now I was trying to get my footing back, and I hope you all enjoyed the last couple of reviews that have been on the channel. I'm really excited to talk about this film because I love this movie and I couldn't wait to watch it on 4K Ultra HD. But of course, if you enjoy content about physical media and movies in general, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Go ahead and click that notification bell so you don't miss a single piece of content that drops on the channel, and leave a like on this video, please. It helps out a lot. If you want to go ahead and lend an extra helping hand, you can go over to my Patreon at patreon.com/thenerdchicano and pledge to a tier to get early access to videos just like this one, and some exclusives like video essays and other cool stuff that I'm offering on the Patreon. But of course, it's not mandatory, but I do appreciate anybody who wants to help over there. Either way, you watching the video is enough for me. So this is one of Martin Scorsese's many masterpieces. And of course, I watched this a long time ago, so when I picked this up during the Criterion sale in November, I was really excited to get to watching it because I love this movie and I've always wanted to see this get a 4K upgrade. So let's go ahead and read this nice little introduction in the back with info about the special features, and then we'll look inside in the packaging and we'll just take it from there. So because the back of this is pretty hard to read with the font background and the font color and the background color of the art, I'm gonna go ahead and read from Criterion.com instead. So bear with me, y'all. I'm really sorry, but I just can't see what's on that page. With this stunningly visceral portrait of self-destructive machismo, Martin Scorsese created one of the truly great and visionary works of modern cinema. Robert De Niro pours his blood, sweat, and brute physicality into the Oscar-winning role of Jake LaMotta, the rising middleweight boxer from the Bronx whose furious ambition propels him to success within the ring, but whose unbridled paranoia and jealousy tatter his relationships with everyone in his orbit, including his brother and manager Joe Pesci and his gorgeous, streetwise wife, Kathy Moriarty. Thelma Schumacher's Oscar-winning editing, Michael Chapman's extraordinary tactile black and white cinematography, and Frank Warner's ingenious sound design combined to make Raging Bull a uniquely powerful exploration of violence on multiple levels: physical, emotional, psychic, and spiritual. So this comes in at spine number 1134 in the Criterion Collection, and the special features are as follows. New 4K digital master approved by director Martin Scorsese with 2.0 surround DTS HD master audio soundtrack. In the 4K Ultra HD edition, one 4K Ultra HD disc of the film presented in HDR, and one Blu-ray with the film and special features. 3 audio commentaries featuring Scorsese and editor Thelma Schumacher, director of photography Michael Chapman, producers Robert Chartoff and Irwin Winkler, casting director Sis Corman, music consultant Robbie Robertson and others, and boxer Jake LaMotta, and screenwriters Mardik Martin and Paul Schrader. New video essays by film critics Jeffrey O'Brien and Shayla O'Malley. Fright Night, a making-of program featuring Scorsese and key members of the cast and crew. 3 short programs highlighting the longtime collaboration between Scorsese and actor Robert De Niro. Television interview from 1981 with actor Kathy Moriarty and the real Vicky LaMotta. Interview with Jake LaMotta from 1990. Program from 2004 featuring veteran boxers reminiscing about LaMotta. Trailer, English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, plus essays by poet Robert Robinson and film critic Glenn Kenny. So that's it for that, and now let's go ahead and take a look at this packaging here. So this is the front of Raging Bull. This is the back of Raging Bull. This is the spine. And all we need to do is just open it up here, and you get a booklet and 2 discs. One is the 4K Ultra HD disc, and then this one is the Blu-ray. So we go ahead and pull it out. This is the front of the booklet. This is the back. And then inside here you have the cast and crew information, transfer notes, acknowledgements, production credits, some behind the scenes photos like this one of Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro. You have the essays from Robert Robinson and Glenn Kenny, and plus some really cool other stills from the film, like this one. But yeah, that's the booklet. I haven't read the essays. I do want to sit down and get to those eventually, but in the meantime, I'm just going to be talking about the film and the transfer. Plus, when you take out the discs, you get this really cool picture of background of Jake LaMotta and his coach, trainer. So that's that. That's the packaging for the 4K Ultra HD edition of Raging Bull from the Criterion Collection. I first watched this film a long time ago, back in 2019 or 2018. I can't remember too well, but I know that we had barely covered it on the Nerdcore podcast with Brad, and we did a whole review about that. And I remember being amazed by this film. I remember being amazed by Martin Scorsese's direction, his writing team's script, the editing from Thelma Schumacher, and as well the incredible performances from the cast like Kathy Moriarty, Joe Pesci, but especially the magnetic Robert De Niro. Now, on a rewatch, being able to watch this physically and being able to watch the film all these years later, I have to say that if it's possible, Raging Bull is better even on the second watch. This movie does not fail to be as interesting as it is, especially with its examination and commentary of toxic masculinity and the effects of anger and jealousy on this man. Jake LaMotta's journey throughout this film is definitely one to pay attention to, because the Jake LaMotta you see in the beginning of the film is not the same Jake LaMotta you will see at the end. And with this transformation comes an incredible examination of not just what is internally happening to Jake LaMotta, but also the exterior motives and the exterior reasons why it influences Jake LaMotta to become the way that he is. I love the cinematography, I love the editing, the music, everything works so well together in this, and I just can't believe that even on a second watch, I still have no problems with the pace of this film. It doesn't go by too quick, it doesn't go by too slow, especially for a movie that's on the longer side. This still manages to do what it can with its time, and that is present to you an incredible film from not just one of the greatest directors of all time, but also some of the best editors of all time, one of the best cinematographers of all time, and especially some of the greatest actors of all time. Now, let's talk about the transfer. I watched Raging Bull on my Panasonic 4K player on my TCL 4K TV, and I've got to say I am really impressed with this transfer. But there was something that I noticed, especially when I was reading the back of this and when I picked it up. This does not include Dolby Vision HDR, which is really confusing to me, because most of these black and white films from the Criterion Collection that have been released on 4K, like Double Indemnity and I believe A Hard Day's Night, do have Dolby Vision HDR. But this one just has standard HDR 10+. So that's not much of a complaint here, because I still don't have Dolby Vision capabilities on my TV. I only have HDR10, but I was really confused as to why they didn't put Dolby Vision HDR in this. Maybe they thought it wasn't useful, but either way, I felt that the video component was really good. And I really like the contrast, and especially the white and black levels feeling so crisp and clear. You really do get a really nice help from the resolution to bring out that detailing within the film stock, especially with the incredible black and white cinematography from Michael Chapman. I mean, you can really tell how much that lighting really accentuated and brought out the depth that was needed from the film stock. And I was just amazed at what they were able to bring out from this video component. I fell in love with this movie all over again. What can I say? It looks great. The grain looks beautiful on the transfer as well, and I just fell in love with the 4K image. I mean, this is truly one of the best versions of Raging Bull, and it is the best that it's ever looked in ages. Now, when it comes to the audio track, I don't have a surround sound system, so I basically just listen to this out of my TV, and I don't have any complaints. I think it sounds great. It's no hissing, no scratching, no problems there. It sounds pretty good. Everything is kind of leveled with each other. I love the way the score sounds on this audio track too. There was not any problems when I watched this for the first time that I would say that were major when it came to the audio track. But on this one, I'm pretty sure that if I listen to this on a surround sound system, I'm gonna get a better listen of the effects and the score and the dialogue. But from what I can hear today and what I heard when I watched the film, I've got to say I'm not disappointed with this audio track. It's pretty good, and it's no Atmos, it's no DTS, it's no Dolby Digital, but it is good for what it is, and that makes me happy because I'm glad that they did a great job on this film. It deserves it. And if you're still on the fence about buying this, if you care about 4K Ultra HD, this is a really big upgrade and you should get it. I highly recommend it. If you only want the Blu-ray, get it. I'm pretty sure it still looks great. There is a lot of special features in here, so there's a lot for you to dig into even after you finish the film. Other than that, I have nothing else to say. I really love this movie. I love this transfer. I love the audio track. Like I said, I'm just so happy to have this in my collection. I love Martin Scorsese. I love what he does for cinema. And I truly believe he is one of the greatest directors of all time, if not the greatest. If you want to keep up to date with me on all things social media, make sure you follow me at The Nerd Chicano on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Letterboxd Serialized, and on Twitch. Make sure you keep up to date with all the things on The Nerdcore by following us at The Nerdcore on YouTube and Twitch, thenerdcore.com for podcasts and interviews. It's our website where you can find all that wonderful stuff. And of course, I thank you all so much for stopping by. Let me know in the comments if you like Raging Bull. What's your favorite Martin Scorsese film? Do you own this copy of Raging Bull from Criterion? And what's a Criterion release that you're really looking forward to in the next couple of months? But until then, next time, my friends, we will be looking at another film. But in the meantime, to my wonderful cinephiles and renowned scholars, celebrate the love of cinema today, tomorrow, and every day after. Catch you all on the next one, guys. Bye-bye.